What's up, guys? Hope you all are doing well. Here with none other than Mr. Eddie Hall. We are at his house. You guys know that I love home gyms. Eddie happens to have a home gym and recovery center, all of the fun toys. So I want a tour, man.
Let's do it. Okay. Yeah. So we've got the four-story house, and the very bottom of the house, the basement, is literally all dedicated to health and fitness.
I love it.
Let's head in there.
Let's go.
Yep. Behind you there, just to get stuck into the interesting stuff first, I guess.
Yes.
Is a hyperbaric chamber, which I believe you have.
I do have one.
It's
not exactly like this, but it is, and I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So this is a very advanced piece of technology. For those that don't know, it's basically a super. If anyone watches Dragon Ball Z, the hyperbaric time chamber, it's virtually the same thing. It's you climb in, you do an hour to 2 hours of therapy, breathing pure oxygen, compresses the air, gets it deeper into the muscles, and they reckon an hour in this is the same as having 12 hours outside of normal recovery time. So if you're doing an hour every day, you're getting basically this is the best way I describe it to people, right? So I train in the morning, and then in between between the morning and the evening session, I'll go in this for an hour, and it feels like your body has slept for 12 hours.
It's incredible.
So that's it's like you've had a night's sleep in between your training sessions, so you're up, you're fresh, and you're back to it quicker, harder. So that's the essence of it. It helps you recover a lot quicker. All right, so we've got mainly plate-loaded machines in here, and this is a lot of the stuff I sort of sourced that I just know works. You know, like the hammer strength. For me, does what it says on the tin. And this is a lot of the kit that I used just to train to win the World's Strongest Man. Essentially, I've got in the basement. Barring the strongman kit, this is basically all I would use.
Right here, so like a lat pull down, shoulder press.
Yeah, this I believe. I mean, I used to do a lot of dumbbell work.
Yeah,
but I would put gym extenders on this, like pin extenders, and I would get like 7 plates aside on this apparatus, and I believe this to be one of the best builders for shoulder power. Just getting like 140 kilo aside and just one rep, just blast your shoulders. Yeah, so this was good. And then the good old chicken wing machine. One of my favorites.
Chicken wing machine.
That's the official name for it.
Is it?
Chicken wing machine. When you do it, you've got to do the chicken noise, or else the rep doesn't count.
Is that right?
Yeah. So you have to be like every rep. You have to like. Bah! They're the rules.
It makes it more effective.
Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does. You should always exhale on the top of the movement.
So just making the noise, like...
Yeah. Make sure gets the efficiency out of the muscle.
Like this leg press, is that the same one that you used a lot? Like in the gym?
Yeah, so this is the one I train on every single week.
The hammer?
Yeah. I would fill every single plate up, get dumbbells on the top, get people sat on it.
Yeah.
The most ever leg press on this kind of machine is like over 1,000 kilo.
Yeah.
You
kept leg presses in all the time.
Every week.
Yeah.
I believe that leg press was one of the main secret foundations to my deadlift.
I would agree. Yeah. With me too. Everybody that was like, oh, why are you leg pressing? It was for
deadlift. You think about a deadlift, right? You don't deadlift in essence. Think about it like this, and this will help a lot of people improve the deadlift. Leg press the earth away from you. Mm-hmm. Think about that when you're deadlifting.
Oh, it's great.
That's what a deadlift is.
That's awesome. So we got belt squat, standing leg curl.
Yeah, hamstrings, belt squat,
glute drive.
Glute drive.
Yeah. This is yours?
That's more for Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, have you been jumping on it at all?
Not really. No,
I
prefer this one. I prefer that.
I can tell that you haven't spent much time on it.
I've not got much of an ass.
Yeah.
And then we've got the yes/no machine.
That's one of. I mean, we've done that together at a gym before.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely. Do you understand the concept of the yes/no machine?
I do. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes. No. A bit of a cardio room.
So it's a couple treadmills, rower,
a couple of treadmills,
ski erg.
Yeah, and again, it's just I don't do this. The wife likes doing bits of cardio, an echo bike, an assault bike, normal treadmill, and then she quite like this sometimes. So I got her one of these curved treadmill things. She likes.
Yeah, those are tough. Do you ever walk on that?
Yeah, they're tough. Yeah, they're hard. And then a rower and a ski edge. So yeah, fully automated sort of physio bed. And then whilst I'm having my physio, I would do red light therapy. I'm sure you know the benefits of red light therapy and infrared.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat setup, man.
Yeah. So, you know, when you're having an hour physio,
Just
why waste time?
No,
you know? So I get it done at both at the same time. So whilst I'm having physio, obviously front and back, I'm getting the infrared in there as well, which is valuable, and it also helps the physio because it's keeping the muscles warm.
Yeah, you probably stay a lot warmer.
Yeah, so it really does benefit the physio very heavily. Yeah, all the tools, so put that up. You'll know about the shockwave machine. You've been very interested in that in the past.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So that's a very advanced.
That's something you use quite a bit throughout your career.
Yeah, any injuries, I would just jump on a shockwave. Yeah, it's been phenomenal. And it's so good, like all the programs a bit in it. So if you've got, so let's say you've got like plantar fascia tendonitis, it's got the program for that. So you just put the program in, it tells you what head to use, how many shocks, how often, that kind of thing. It is, it's an amazing bit of kit. So that is a deep tissue, that's a bone, what they call it, there's a name for it, but that, if you get bone spurs, that can disintegrate bone through flesh.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Yeah, that's a neat machine, man.
On top of that, there's an endo laser, and again, that's like for like breaking down muscle tissue. That's very strong, so you have to be very careful of that. Like 20 seconds use, and that can really break down the muscle very heavily. And then a professional TENS machine. So, where a TENS machine, so people are used to TENS machine, you usually wear sticky pads.
Yeah.
This is the same, but in essence, you wet the sponges, and then that sucks to your flesh. So the electricity passes through a wet sponge instead. And again, just all the programs, if you've got like a tight muscle or pain or tendonitis or arthritis, whatever, you put that on.
So it'll run a different program.
Yeah, and it'll just run through it, and it just works. You've got tight back, you put that on, half an hour, you're up, and you're like, wow.
Awesome.
It's really good. All the other bits and bobs, you got all the doors and the blading, just keep it all down here, really.
Yeah.
There is another machine. I've just put it away, but it's. I'll put it out quickly. 2 seconds. Okay, don't ask me the name of this, but essentially, it heats the body from the inside out.
Okay.
Okay, so if you've got an injury, say, and I bought this for hand injuries, because from fighting, I was always
Banged up. Yeah.
Yeah, snapping my wrist. I broke my hand a couple of times. So you would hold the earth like that.
So that's your, okay.
And it would heat up in between that and that. It would just heat it up to the point of like almost boiling if you wanted it to.
Wow.
So it would just be really good at getting heat through the body. But you could also just hold that and you could put it on your shoulder and it would just put heat through that passage of
That's
nerves.
wild.
Really good, really good. Really good if you've got like tendon issues where blood flow is an issue.
Yeah.
You know, you need to get blood flow in there. This is where it just expands everything, gets stinking hot, loads of blood in there, and then it just helps.
And how often are you still using that now?
I just keep it handy. So when I get bad
something's
injuries,
been done.
yeah, on plantar fascia, if I like bend my wrist, I'll just heat the wrist up. If I break a knuckle, I'll heat that up.
How long do you go?
As long as you want.
So you just keep going until it feels...
Yeah, just get it as hot, stinking hot as you can, and you sort of take it off.
So it's bringing in a lot of blood.
Yeah. Oh, it's just heat, which brings blood.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Okay, next thing, the Cryotherapy machine. Me and you have used these together.
Yeah.
In our travels.
This is wild, man. Talk us through the setup.
Yeah, so essentially liquid nitrogen is pumped into the machine and turned into atmospheric air. So everyone's seen Terminator 2. We've seen the the T1000 gets frozen, the liquid nitrogen, that's what liquid nitrogen is. It holds a sub-zero value all the time. I think it's like, if you were to dip your finger in there, it's like minus 300 degrees centigrade, and it'll just freeze you instantly. So yeah, you stand in there, and it just pumps in the vapor from the liquid nitrogen, circulates it in there, and you stand like that basically, and it penetrates so fast and so deep, because it's in the chamber, it's minus 200 degrees centigrade. So wild. You only need to do 3 minutes, and you are blue, like freezing cold. Yeah. But then when you warm up, you get the fresh blood back in, and that's the contrast is what helps the injuries. It's like squeezing old blood out, and then when you heat up, it's bringing new blood back in. So really good for recovery, really good for injuries. Okay, so this, very interestingly, let's just come in here because it's going to be nuts, this is. So this is the bathroom. I'm not just going to show you a bathroom. But back there, we'll go in the garden in a second. Back there is my back garden. And the idea is I'm doing a nuclear bunker, hopefully at the end of this year.
That's wild.
So I'm going to get two...
So you're going to put it right behind this?
Yeah, 2 40-foot containers. So we're going to have a container going that way, like a 20-foot one.
Okay.
And then 2 40-foot containers to make one big. So this will be like the kitchen, bathroom, and then a living space.
Wow.
And the vault door is going to go here.
Right on that wall.
Yeah, and that goes underground. So that's going to be the entrance to the nuclear bunker.
That's wild, man.
So that's a plan for this down the line. So I just want to share that with you. It's pretty cool.
Are you going to have a gym in your nuclear bunker?
That's a good question, because I'm getting dead into this. So when there's if there was a nuclear war, you have to stay underground for a month. You have to, because
So you have to have a gym then?
Yeah. So I was thinking about just having a small rack of dumbbells, a treadmill. Just something to keep us all moving, because it's going to be a 14-bed bunker.
Yeah.
So if anything kicks off, which is very likely at the minute, we can all just jump in. We've got enough food supplies, a generator. I'll have a plant room. I'll have generator, water, food, everything for a month.
Yeah.
So yeah. And part of that is being sat in a room for a month.
Yeah, you got to be able to move.
It'd be crazy. So getting a little gym there is a must.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, maybe we'll come back and do a tour of the nuclear bunker gym. That'll be good. So it just keeps going. This is neat because it's the way Eddie's got this set up. It's just different rooms, kind of dedicated to different things. So really, really neat. So this is more.
So this is like the
dumbbells and free weights.
Free weight dumbbells up to 80 kilo. I'm not particularly that strong anymore, so just stop at the 80s. Decent squat rack, enough plates. I mean, I've actually bought 500 kilo in Eleiko plates.
Okay.
Just for a keepsake.
Yeah, just to have it.
Just to have it. And I've actually got the bar. So that is the bar I broke the deadlift world record on. That is the bar.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's pretty. I just like to have a good range of kit, different bars, plates, plyometric stuff. West Side barbell reverse hyper.
Yep.
You got one? Heard of them?
I have had several. Yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite machines. If I ever get a sore lower back or tight hips, jump on that. It tends to fix it. But
do you like it with this or with the strap?
I prefer it with this.
With this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, and I hated that.
Oh, okay.
I hated that attachment. I like the strap.
I've got the strap somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I prefer that.
It's just probably because I didn't fit, or maybe my legs were a little bit too long or something.
Yeah. And then when it's not in use, it is a full-time coffee table.
Just all the stuff goes on top of it.
Stuff. So yeah, I've got all the arm wrestling stuff at the minute. I got gifted this from Wristmax.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is none of it's got any chalk on. I need to get my arse in gear and get training for this.
I mean, you have a certain Robert Oberst that probably is gonna try to rip your arm off.
Mm-hmm.
August 15th Show Classic.
Yeah. At the Show Classic.
August 15th. Strongest arm on earth.
Well, we all know the strongest arm on earth is Brian.
Okay.
You see that bad boy? You see that? That's a strongest arm on earth right there.
Okay. All right.
back there.
So you like your hammer strength?
I love hammer strength.
This is a standby.
Yeah.
I've got one of these.
I know you have.
Yeah. I have used that for a long time.
It's my favourite bit of kit for back strength.
Yeah.
Above anything. This just gets your lats, your rhomboids, it hits the lot.
And then your cable.
Cable machine, obviously that's just a staple in any gym, isn't it? You can do all sorts of cables. This is nice actually. This is Flex Lewis. He's got his own brand, Arsenal Strength.
So these are, we'll get to that. Like these are dumbbell
drones. So dumbbelldrone.com for anyone that's interested. These are like, because when I'm training shoulders on my own, I can put 80 kilo dumbbells on each one and they just lift off. They are so good for training.
How does it drop out?
So imagine you're sat in a bench. Let's do it. So imagine you're sat in a bench there, dumbbells are there. So you would lift the dumbbells off, okay, like that, and then they fall back.
So once you lift them, then this would come.
It just falls back, yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
And then this is the shoulder chicken wing, I guess. But that, I just love this. I don't know how you feel about that, mate. But that, I just thought that was such a good side delt machine. I had to get it. So nice. Oh, ouch. Sorry, mate.
I need it to come just a little bit further with it. It's nice though.
Really, it's such a nice machine to use.
I could probably get a custom like
just that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Flex Lewis's own company, that Arsenal Strength. And then a back pull down, and then a few kettlebells, a replica trophy, and then an arm wrestling table.
Oh. Yeah. That's nice.
Another coffee table.
This is what you're training on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Getting it in.
Cool. That's what I'm training on mostly at the minute, is this handle. It's like a replica of a hand, and it's obviously good for that, it's good for lifts. Just pretty much do everything on this. So I like it.
It's nice that you have it on there. I would like to see a little bit more chalk on it.
I don't use chalk.
You don't use any chalk down here?
No.
Why?
Because I like to train raw, Brian, and then when you get into chalk, it just feels so much better.
You got something against chalk?
Yeah.
Huh?
Just don't need it.
You don't need it?
My grip is superior.
Is it?
Maybe one day you'll find out when you get good grip.
Well, I'm waiting. I'll probably continue waiting too.
And then I do a lot of started to do a little bit of just holds. So one of the things I most struggle with is that connection there. So I just like to do holds, like just 2 minutes, just hold. I like that.
It's good. That's nice. It's coming.
You can take that away if you want. You know what I mean? Just take it. If you want to get as good as arm wrestler as me, do a little bit of that. You know what I mean? Oh, there is more to it. They've got this is the basement, and then I guess the recovery centre sort of carries on into the garden.
Yeah? Should we take a look at that?
Let's go.
Okay. This is good, man. Honestly, like to have this in your basement, like the setup and the amount of weight. I think that's where, people may have a small set of dumbbells or something, but like this is, for Eddie, obviously a scaled back version of a lot of the stuff that he was doing. But at home, you could come down here and knock out a ton of different things and really train, for real.
Yeah. And then you got to imagine, so I first bought this for 3 months before the pandemic.
And then you converted all this over.
And the gyms were shut for the best part of 2 years.
Yeah, so to have
this was
huge.
Just lucky, just lucky.
Yeah, because then you can train and do whatever you want, man.
Yeah, I mean it's good more for the wife really. She's looking after the kids, and she can put them to bed and come down and do a
workout.
Yeah, she doesn't have to leave the house.
I think I mean, I don't know what your opinion is. I'm sure you agree with me. Having something at home is so important.
Yes. Oh, geez.
You know, you like to, especially if you're trying to make it any kind of a priority, which I feel like people should.
Yeah.
Like to have access, so there's not that, I can't make it to the gym or whatever. Like, you know, like you said, you put the kids down and come train, or you're in between meetings or doing things and you can just come train. Like, it's such a massive, massive asset. Just in general. So now extension of the recovery.
Yeah, we're going to the spa.
Okay.
So a bit more of an extension. I've got a few more bits in the garden and more bits coming as well. So it's still growing.
It's wild. I mean, this is like Eddie's playground. Yeah. We're just exploring Eddie's playground.
Right. So I guess I mean, you could call it a leisure piece of kit, but it's seriously a big thing of my recovery now is swimming. I'm a massive believer in active recovery. So rather than you train super hard, a lot of people would just sit down and stew in their own sludge and lactic acid. Go for a swim, like that, and that was like a staple thing for me to get loose and keep active, get the mobility in the shoulders. So swimming. So I've had a 12-meter swimming pool.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, what it reminds me of is like a massive like fish tank, because you could see in the side. Like, that's wild.
So you can get the option for these, and I was considering it, to do a saltwater version and have pet sharks. I was seriously considering it.
And you would swim with them?
Yeah, of course you would.
Yeah.
But we went against it.
Yeah.
A lot of maintenance, a lot of taking care of them.
I bet.
Imagine feeding sharks as well. Jeez, it's an expensive habit.
Yes.
And so we've got quite a decent hot and cold tub, and I've got a sauna coming next week actually. So I'm having a sauna kitted out, fully infrared.
So infrared sauna, and that'll go outside?
Yes. Well, it's a combined of both. So it's got the coals to get the bulk of the heat in. So it's going to be a big barrel sauna there with a glass end, so you can sort of see into the garden.
So you could hop in right here.
Yeah. So that's where the sauna's going, and then here we've got a hot cold tub. And this is pretty special. So that's got something like 4-5 horsepower jets. It's like
look at the number of jets in that.
Yeah, honestly,
that's ridiculous.
It is the best hot tub I've ever had or ever been in. It blows your mind how comfortable it is on your back and everything.
That's got to be insane, man.
Yeah. And then cold, so that's obviously up to 40 degrees centigrade, which is quite warm. Yeah. And then the cold, that goes down to 0.1 degrees centigrade, so just a speck above freezing.
So
really cold. Yeah, that's like ridiculously cold. And I thought it's pretty cool. So the heat converter, takes the heat out the air and puts it into the hot.
Interesting.
And vice versa. So it's like a really
so they work
Yeah.
together.
So the heat converter cools it and heats it, so on one heat pump.
So, but you could just hop right back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like going to be, sounds very snobbish, but that's like the hot and cold tub and the sauna for the guest house. So this is the guest house. Brian is sleeping in here right
up
now.
here. Yep.
So come with me to the spa. Okay. This is the spa building. So this is one of these infinity pools. So you can basically turn the jets on and swim against the current. So before I had the big pool, this is what I used to swim in, especially with lockdown.
Yeah, so you can just hop in here. How does that feel? Like, does it feel like you're swimming?
It's like a soft river flow.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you do have to put like a tether on yourself to stop you hitting the wall, but it's all right.
So you would basically stay in one spot.
Yeah, you stay in the middle and swim against the jets.
So it's training. I mean, you're actually training.
Training and also recovery. So those jets are like so powerful. So what I would do for recovery is put the jets on and just use that as a massage tool.
Oh wow!
And just like massage your back against it.
So just turn around.
Incredible.
Man.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that you can have whatever degree you want, and then there's a hot tub on the end of that as well.
Oh, sweet. So you swim and then hop in the hot tub.
Yeah, so you've had that cooler you can hit in the go in the jump in the hotter one.
Dude, that is wild. How did you build this around this?
Yeah.
So like it had to be set in place first. And
So
then
yeah, so poured the concrete, got all the foundations down, craned the tub in, and then built around it.
wild.
Yeah. But it's so good. I mean, like the winter, because obviously it just keeps, it's so warm. So
yeah.
hot it is in here.
Yeah.
So the winter, it's just like such a nice thing for the kids to jump in. And also,
it's great.
my recovery in that when I'm heavy in camp, I'm in this every day, just getting my jets on the back, stretching.
We're just moving.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great, man.
We've got a cold tub that goes down to 6 degrees, which is at 6 degrees right now, which is very cold. And then to complement that, a traditional sauna.
It's built in.
Built in. And this is gorgeous because it's proper cedar wood, so it just smells like relaxing.
Very nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is great, man.
Yeah, and
So you just dump a little bit of water on
yeah,
there.
because it's my own sauna, I can have, my own water supply. You're not meant to have any metal in here, but I've got I can just. So if you get too hot, you can just hose yourself down.
Oh, that's awesome.
Beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful.
God, that's great. Is this the cold tub that you've had? You had that for a while?
I've had this since 2014.
So this is the one that you primarily did a lot of your work in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got some history.
Got some history, yeah. It's 11 years old.
That's awesome.
It still works as good as day one. It's still absolutely.
Because this would have been one of the first things that you got,
Yeah.
recovery wise.
Yeah, I would say it was. Yeah.
Like you put at the house.
Yeah. So I can't find cold tubs like this anymore.
Why do you not make them?
That's the only other one I've come across is that hot cold.
Interesting.
But not like a nice looking tub, because this matches that.
Yeah, that's great.
You can get cold tubs, obviously, but like one that looks like this, like a nice tub.
Like an actual
Yeah,
tub.
so I don't want everyone to get rid of it. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. And it's cold. I've been in it.
It's very cold.
Yeah.
Very cold.
Definitely cold.
And then last but not least is a vitamin D sunbed. So UVB and UVA bulbs. Because one of the factors of living in the UK is there's not enough sunlight at all. So your vitamin D levels drop massively, and that is a massive hindrance to athletic performance. And supplementing vitamin D is great, but the most efficient and natural, obviously, way to get it in is through light. So, got a full stand-up sunbed.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Did you have to build around that too?
No, luckily that's just something you can just.
Oh, you take it.
Yeah, you take it apart. Yeah, but it's just like, as you can see, everything's to the millimeter. Everything's like built around things.
What was supposed to go here?
It was meant to be a sunbed.
Yeah.
So I put the sunbed in, then the shower, and just everything's put
Added up.
Yeah.
It works well, man. Yeah. It's how often ideally you get in that? Obviously less in the summer, right?
Yeah, summer not at all.
Because we got. Yeah, actually the sun is out today.
Yeah, so the summer not at all, but as soon as the winter months comes,
Hop in there.
4 times a week, but just like 2 minutes a time.
Okay.
So
it's
you're
minimal.
just having a good blast.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes a week total.
It's nuts, man. Yeah. So basically, you don't need to leave home.
Basically.
I mean, you're kind of building like a compound.
Yeah, I've got everything here.
Yeah.
Like, if it came to it, I could train here, recover here,
Yeah.
go on a holiday here.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you've got some chickens.
Got some
You got a
chickens.
garden.
We've got veggies. Yeah, we've got everything going.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, thanks, man. That was fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. It's a pretty impressive setup. Ridiculous setup, actually. And some of the things I'm jealous of.
So what would you want at your place that you haven't got right now?
I would say I really like the Shockwave machine and the red light.
Yeah.
Like the red light and Shockwave. Those, if I had to pick out a couple different things, that would probably be it to add in. Like with everything else.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, man, it's just Well, you know how it is. The setup is, you know, and I think you and I probably, like me definitely, got called crazy for a lot of the things that I was doing.
Jeez, yeah.
You know, and it's like, oh, well, you're doing all this. And I built this whole, like once our boys were born, I kind of built the whole recovery at home,
Yeah.
where I could do so much different stuff, and you know, and it's such a massive advantage, in my opinion.
That's probably why I've done it all here is time.
Yeah.
You know, traveling to somewhere that's got all this.
Oh, it's
You're talking probably a good half-hour drive to find something like this, even in the UK. More for you, I'd imagine. So yeah, it's time. Being able to have physio, walk downstairs, have my physio, walk back up, huge. You know, saves you an hour traveling.
well, and it's everything
Swimming,
adds up.
everything adds up, and it's privacy. I mean, as you know, like you take your kids swimming, and you're just not left alone.
Oh, it's yeah.
You know, can you jump out and do a picture? Can we do this? Can you sign this? And it's like, I just want to take my kids swimming. So
Oh, it's
stuff like that it's a business necessity.
yeah,
It genuinely is.
yeah,
You know, it's the only way we can live a life.
yeah.
So
I'm so thankful to have that. Like the pool, it just, and the family time is invaluable.
Yes.
Like it's just, you can't put a price on that.
yeah, and how nice is it as well? Like, like you want to go swimming, and you can literally like I come in from pick them up from nursery. It's like, what do you want to do? They're like, swimming.
Yeah, let's go.
And it's like,
Yeah.
it's there. You don't have to go get your costumes on or
Yeah.
go out, or it's just
Oh, it's amazing.
jump in, jump out. It's great.
No, this is great, man. I'm happy for you, brother. This is
Thanks, man.
pretty awesome. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Give Eddie some love. Check out his channel on YouTube. Check out all the things, and let us know in the comments what you think of this setup. Pretty ridiculous, I think.
It can be better. There's more coming.
More coming.
Bunker.
The bunker.
I might get some cool things in the bunker.
Yeah. I mean, if it's cool enough, man, I might have to think about doing one of those.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, hope you're all doing amazing. For now, going to be great. We'll check you guys later.